published 10:54 Eastern Standard Time, 14 November 2017. Updated 12:01 Eastern Standard Time, 14 November 2017. David Moyes may have a tough task on his hands to turn West Ham around, but he will be getting help from his closet aides after introducing 3 new coaches to the club on Tuesday. Billy McKinlay, Irvine and Stuart Pearce all moved to the Hammers on the request of Moyes, while Chris Woods was promoted to a senior role after becoming the only member of Slaven Bilics set up to be retained. The 5 men posed for photos before their maiden training session at West Ham's training centre in Rush Green, and they were soon finding their groove as they barked instructions at Mark Noble and Andy Carroll. Billy McKinlay, Irvine, David Moyes, Stuart Pearce and Chris Woods in West Ham training. Moyes discusses tactics with his new assistant. Pearce's training continues at Rush Green Irvine shouts instructions to the West Ham team as he completes his first training session. It was the first time the quintet were able to work with West Ham squad ahead of Sunday's game against Watford, which will represent Moyes' first game in charge of the club. Speaking after the training session, Moyes underlined how important it was to finalize his backroom team as quickly as possible and is delighted to have the rest of the week to prepare for his maiden game. New manager Moyes looks over the West Ham squad as they complete training drills. The West Ham players stretch their legs as training continues under their new management. I'm really pleased to welcome Alan, Stuart, and Billy to the club, along with Chris, who was already here, and I'm looking forward to working with them all, Moyes told the club's website. I wanted to get their appointments finalized as quickly as possible, and it's great that we now have a full week together before the game at Watford on Sunday. I've obviously worked with Alan, Billy, and Chris previously, and I am also looking forward to working with Stuart, who I have got to know well over the years. They all bring different qualities, and they all share the same desire and hunger to make a positive contribution here. West Ham captain Mark Noble looked in high spirits as the team trained on Tuesday morning. Aaron Cresswell shows off his sprinting speed as he completes drills in West Ham training. Andy Carroll looks on as West Ham training continues ahead of Sunday's match versus Watford. It's all about working hard on the training pitch and getting the results we need as quickly as possible. That's all we are focused on. McKinlay left Sunderland, where he was acting as caretaker manager, while Irvine quit a senior position at Championship club Norwich. Pearce previously managed the England under-21s and led the Young Lions to the final of the Euros with current West Ham skipper Noble as his captain.